Something arrived at my door. I wonder what that is. I wonder what this is. I really do. This calls for get the fucking thing out of the box. Let's take this whole thing out. Yeah. And you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, fine. You want to play? Then I'll play. There. That's better. Ooh! Get the fuck out of this box! Son of a bitch. Now will you get out? Thank you. Ooh! What's up, you guys? So today we're going to be doing a tour review on the Jurassic Park 3 Hammond Collection San Diego Comic Con exclusive Velociraptor. Which, yeah, it's certainly something. Now, if we remember from last time on my thoughts on, you would know that, I am perplexed on this raptor. And honestly, just looking at it in the box, I kind of like it a little bit more, but at the same time, I don't know 100%. But, yeah, let's, take a look at the box, shall we? So here at the top, we have Velociraptor number 1, July 2026. With an image of said raptor. It says, on this island there's no such thing as safe. And right there it says 25th anniversary, commemorating the 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park 3. And right there it says, you cannot land on this island. Here we have the Jurassic Park 3 logo, along with the Mattel Creations logo, and Collector Edition. On the side we have the Jurassic Park 3 logo, same thing on there. And on the top, and not on the bottom, actually. And here is the back where it says, it was 25 years ago when Jurassic Park 3 roared into theaters. In honor of this momentous anniversary, the Velociraptor has been transformed from the box office to the toy box. With comic-inspired deco and multiple points of articulation, this Velociraptor is designed for epic posability and possibilities. So, yeah, let's take this thing out of the box, shall we? But first I need to turn off my fan. Alrighty, so now that I've turned off the fan, we can take this thing out, which should be simple, considering that this thing appears to slide out. And, yeah, it does. And, I don't know how to feel about the fact that the raptor is just exposed in there after removing the cover. And as you can see, we got the art right there, which, frankly, does not look good at all. It actually looks more on par with the Rebirth Raptor than the JP3 Raptor. In fact, I feel that they may have actually just used the Rebirth Raptor render for this one. And for whatever reason, the Raptor Squad is here as well. And it overall just does not look good at all. So, yeah, let's just take this thing out and, screech! Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but, yeah, let's just take this thing out of the box. And, so here we have the tail, which I don't understand why it still has the tail kink. I mean, for crying out loud, they could have packaged it in a way in which that wouldn't have been possible. But let's just take this guy out. And oh man, this is certainly something. God damn it! Why is this raptor warming up to me? I failed to see this for whatever reason. But on the bottom, it shows you plugging. It shows that you have to plug the tail into the raptor. As if this line hadn't existed for 4 years previously, and that we wouldn't know what the hell to do. But, yeah, let's just take a look at this thing, shall we? So this figure both looks pretty cool, and also looks completely ridiculous at the same time, because I do like how it looks, but at the same time, it's quite ridiculous for a JP3 Raptor. I get that this is meant to be comic book inspired Art Deco, and the fact that they're releasing a sketchbook stories line in the future, it still just looks very out of place for the line, which I will bring out the other Raptors to compare it to. But yeah, one thing I don't like still is the fact that they regressed to the old Raptor sculpt in order to make this. I am glad that they did at least shrink the feet down, but it's still just like, why? Like, why not just use like the blue sculpt for this figure? I mean, for crying out loud, you had one right there. But anyways, this figure actually does feel a bit like improved sculpt. Does feel a bit improved in terms of like articulation, because the ball joint isn't necessarily offensive, but it's still pretty bad, especially in the lower neck. And also, some of the lines don't line up on the tail, which is... and, yeah. At least the paint does run down to, like, the near tip of the tail this time, which is probably the most painted Hammond collection tail that we've ever gotten in this line, which, yeah, is saying something. But, anyways, I am starting to kind of like this Raptor a little bit more now. At first I wasn't really feeling it, but now it's like, it is a good-looking Raptor. But anyways, in terms of articulation, the mouth can open and close, although you'll need to force it a little bit in order for it to close all the way. The head can move up and down and rotate a full 360, and, you know, it's on a ball joint, so it can really do a bit. And the neck is on a ball joint and can move around a little bit and rotate a full 360. The arms can spread apart and rotate a full 360, and so can the elbows. The legs can rotate a full 360 and can also spread from the body. Thankfully, they fixed the issue where these legs appear to be stuck. The knees can move up and down and rotate a full 360, and so can the feet, but not the ankles, because, well, fuck ankle articulation, I guess. And the tail is on a ball joint and can move around a little bit and also rotate a full 360. And there is a wire in the tail, which that will be the only time I bend it. And so, yeah, so, let's get the other Raptors out. So before we compare it to any of the Dromaeosaurids, for any of the Velociraptors, we're going to be comparing it to a couple other Dromaeosaurids. So here we have a Velociraptor Ghost, and, as expected, they are around the same size, which, I mean, to whose surprise, really. And next up, we're going to be comparing it to the Pyroraptor, which, again, around the same size. There's really no difference. And here it is compared to the Tiger Raptor, which, hang on. Okay, now here it is. And, overall, it looks pretty decent in comparison to the Tiger Raptor. And, comparing it to the JP Raptor, which... Let me get this thing to stand up. Let me get this thing to stand up first. Comparing it to the original Velociraptor, and it looks quite nice. And you know, I'm just now realizing this, but like somehow they managed to sneak in a Velociraptor at least once every single toy line. This year there hasn't been a mainline release, but now there is a freaking exclusive Raptor. And now we're going to be comparing it to the one that you probably want to see the most. It is a comparison between it and the JP3 Velociraptor. So for like an in-depth comparison, there are some very stark differences, as you can see here. First of all, the head sculpt looks a lot better than this one. The quills on the back, although extraordinarily exaggerated in comparison to the animal on film, it's certainly a lot better than just like two random crests that kind of look like frills. And I I would have liked for there to have been some white lines on them, kind of like how this one has, but it's alright. And also, generally, this one just looks a bit better. And overall, it's just, it's actually quite nice. Which the same can't be said about this one, because, yeah, this guy is just, ugh. If anything, this is the alpha, and this is one of his minions. And, for the final comparison, here it is compared to the female Velociraptor. Oh my goodness, who are you? Oh, that's simple, Alexis. I am the new Quilliam. You do realize I'm right here, right? I don't remember asking for your input, stranger. Yeah, who are you? Actually, you know what? Get out of here! I'm running away with you. Let's run off in the sunset together, babe. What happened? What the? Where's Alexis and where's that weird guy? You know what? I'm gonna talk to Dilo about this. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but hey, can you wrap this up or something? Cause me and Alexis are about to boink, and we do not want to hear that on the internet. Quilliam, where are you? I'm getting impatient. Just a minute, Alexis. I'm trying to negotiate with this fat ass. Okay, well, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. And goodbye. And also, ow.